This video is all you need to learn how to apply for a Canada study visa. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the tips and tricks my husband used to apply for his visa and got approved within 7 days. Yeah, you heard that right, within 7 days. You will also learn how to calculate the proof of funds, the new Canada laws regarding student visa, how to choose the right school for you, and everything in between. If you watch to the end, I have a bonus for you. Let's get right into it. Canada is the #1 preferred study destination for all good reasons. One, it houses most of the top universities in the world. Also, it has a very smooth path to permanent residency. The study route is the fastest and easiest route to travel, but it can be quite expensive. Research the course you want to study and make sure the school is a designated learning institute, DLI. This means that the school is government approved. Also, there are many criteria to check out for when choosing a school, but the most important criteria is if the school offers a postgraduate work permit. This permit allows you to stay back and work after schooling. If you do a 1-year program, you have a 1-year postgraduate work permit. If you do a 2 years program and above, you have 3 years postgraduate work permit. So depending on what you want. The link to the website where you can check if your school of choice offers postgraduate work permit and is a DLI will be in the description box. Other criteria that can affect your choice of program is the cost of the program, the weather, the job opportunities within that province. So make sure you do your research well and if it's right for you, okay? Also, the cost of living in that particular province. For instance, Ontario, the cost of living is very high, housing is very high. So if you're on your budget, you can go for a province with a lower cost of living, understand? If you're coming to study and you want your spouse or your family to come along, the only option is to apply for a master's or PhD program, because in January 2024, a new immigration law was released that only master's and PhD students and their spouse are eligible to get a work permit. So if you are coming with a college diploma or whatever, your spouse will not be able to work. They can only be issued a visitor's visa to come and visit you. So if your spouse doesn't have plan of living in Canada or working in Canada, they can come in as a visitor to visit you while you are doing your diploma or college program. I do advise to apply to 2 or 3 schools so that you have more options, and if this one didn't give you admission, this one can give you admission, you understand? To apply to 2 or more schools, the application fee ranges between 50 to 350 Canadian dollars, but most times it's within the 100-150 mark depending on the school. Some schools don't even have this application fee. You can go for such schools. While you are checking out the school on their website, you see the requirement, cost of the program. Also, if IELTS is needed, most countries that their official language is English, such as Nigeria and most West African countries, IELTS is waived off. Once you provide your WAEC result, you can pass even for your master's program. Here are what you need to apply to the school. 1, the transcript. 2, your certificate. 3, your resume. 4, your passport. 5, statement of interest or statement of research if you're doing a master's or PhD program. Yay! You've been offered an admission. What's next? It's time to apply for your study permit. Wait! You need a PAL. And it's PAL again. For all this to make sense, let me start from the beginning. In January 2024, Canada's immigration minister announced an international student cap. Also, he announced that international students will get a Provincial Attestation Letter, PAL. Too much work. Before we talk about how you can get this PAL, let's talk about those that don't need this PAL, because the PAL is not for everybody. There are some exceptions. Who needs a PAL? International students enrolled in graduate certificate programs, graduate diploma, international professional programs, all visiting students staying longer than 6 months, visiting students, researchers who don't need a PAL. You don't need a PAL when applying for a study permit. If you're applying to study in a preschool, primary or secondary school, if you're applying for a master's degree or doctoral degree program, if you're already in Canada and you have a study permit and are applying for an extension, you have a work permit and now you want to study, if you are a temporary resident who is visiting or an exchange student studying at a designated learning institute, you have a temporary resident permit valid for at least 6 months. The full list is on the Canada's website. I'll leave the link in the description box, so you check if your case is there, then you don't need. If your case is not there, then you need the PAL, okay? How to get a PAL? Once you accept admission, then you pay your deposit, your admission deposit, which is usually maybe half of the money, quarter of the money, or if you have the money, you can pay the entire school fees. Once you pay this, then the school will issue you your admission letter. Along with it, they will also give you a PAL. With this, you're ready to apply for your student permit. So when you get your student permit, you can only work for 20 hours in a week. Then it said before that had full time. If there's any new change, you will be notified. Here is what you need to apply for your student permit. 1, you need your statement of purpose. This is a letter In this letter, you tell them why you're coming to study. Like even a checklist, I will put the link in the description box. With that checklist, you can pick up points you can use to write your statement of purpose. You have to write why are you coming here to do that course. Is it that no school in your own country can do that course? You have to tell them, okay, this course is so important to me. I've done about research about this school in Canada. Like they're the best in it. That's why I'm coming here to do it. You understand? So you have to convince them that this is your reason of coming out or want to come and do it there. And after the program, you're going to go back to your country. And as I always say and hammer, make sure you convince them you're going to go back after your stay. It's very important. Also, that way you can make them know that you're going to come back. You can tell them that it's your office or your company that's sponsoring your study. If you have a leave period, you can get a letter from your employer that yes, this guy or this girl is coming out to do this program, and after the program is coming back to join us in the company. You cannot write now. And this program will enable you to be promoted. You get that with this program, I'm promoted to so level and I'll earn more salary. So important to me to come and do this program. You have to write a very good essay. Okay, this is the part we use. We use the study leave. Yeah, some companies or even school. I know some lecturers, they don't take a study leave to go and do masters or PhD, and they come back, they become doctors, professors. So that's how it works. So you can apply to your company to give you a leave to study. Another thing you need your transcripts from your school, you need your certificates. Also, you need a police report. You go to the police station and do a report. It's nothing serious, just tell them the police report. Then they'll take your fingerprints and they'll give you a document that proves that you are of good standing, you are not a criminal, that kind of criminal record kind of report. Then you also need your passport photograph. Obviously, you have your passport, right? I shouldn't tell you that you need your passport. So you need your passport. I also need passport photograph. Most importantly, your proof of fund. Let's talk about this because this is where most people get denied when they're applying for any kind of visa. When it comes to proof of fund, there are 3 aspects to take note of. 1, your school fees, cost of program. 2, the cost of living expense. This one is fixed. It's about 20,635 Canadian dollars. The government announced before it used to be 10,000. But because the cost of living has increased, so they increase it. So you're not coming and be stranded just for our own good. So you need to prove that you have 20,735 for your living expense. Then you add your school fees. Then you add your travel expense. If you are traveling by air, you know how much the flight ticket is. And most times you even have to and fro to Canada and back. Okay. So when you factor these 3 options, then the total, that's what you should have. Then if you have a scholarship, it also counts. You have to provide the official letter from the school about the scholarship. You can also add it and you now subtract from the total amount needed. If you are coming with your spouse, it's an additional 5,000 Canadian dollars. For your kids, 5,000 Canadian dollars for everybody you're adding. Also, you must not have this money in your account. Someone else can sponsor you. Your mom, your dad, your uncle, your auntie, anybody. Your work people can sponsor you, but your village people can sponsor you. But you have to provide, the letter showing that I'm being sponsored. You're going to submit your sponsor's details, where they have the bulk of money that can sustain you throughout your study over here. Talk about the building of strong ties, having strong ties. So if you want to learn more about these strong ties, I talked more about it in a video about visitor's visa. I'll link it up here. You check it out. I don't want to repeat myself. I'm telling you, have land, have this, have that. Just check it out. What determines how fast your application will be processed is how good your document is, how arranged it is, if you're able to, submit all the requirements and prove your points well, So you need all these things together to make a good application. Imagine the officer looking at it. Oh, this and this. Good. Approved. A day, 2 days, right? But if they are command, like things that you need to go back and research, go back and go and read, maybe looking shady, looking like some things are not straight, you have to now keep it aside, go and do the rest, do other people's own. Then maybe in a month's time, you say, oh, I dropped this application, I'm gonna look at it. Do you understand? So if you want them to look at your document fast, make sure you submit all the right documents. Make sure you prove your points well. Your essay written in plain, good, simple, easy to understand English. You draw your tiles well. You provide your proof of funds. Like break it down. This is for this. This is for this. I even have extras for this. Convince them that you really want this. And when you go, you finish your school, they are going back. That's all that you need. So you need a lot of merging and compressing the document. And I recommend the I Love PDF tool. Use this to compress your document or merge your document. Some sections you need to submit just one. They give option for just one document, but you need to add pictures. If you want to bring your partner now, you need to provide pictures that we are married though, see our pictures, see this, see that, and it's only one slot. So what will you do? You arrange all this, then you convert it to PDF, then you go to I love PDF, merge all of them together as one. Then if you want to upload it, if it's too big, you can still go back to I love PDF and use their compressed tool, something they call the compressed PDF. So use that section, then you compress the PDF to a smaller size, which you can now upload on the website. Okay, use Adobe Reader to edit, because they'll provide you some documents which you can edit. So those documents, you can use Adobe Reader to fill those documents. Okay, you also be required to do your medicals. So you can do your medicals, because they have to give you a date. So you can do it earlier. So you just apply, pay the fees, they'll give you dates which you can choose to come and do your medical. So you do your medicals. Then after you've submitted your application, they will prompt you to do your biometrics. After you submitted your application, you watch your email closely. If there is additional documents, they'll request from you. If none is needed, you will wait for your application approval. After the approval, you will be requested to send your passport for stamping. You'll be issued a temporary residence visa. And when you come to the country, they'll give you your study permit. Here is the bonus I promised earlier. So with these new changes they are doing, they want more people in this field. These people that are given priority when you're applying for admission. People in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. People in childcare, people that want to learn how to take care of children. People in hospitality field like PSW, private service workers, people that take care of old people, sick people. That is, we have people in healthcare like doctors, nurses. So these courses are given more priority. If you want to get a study permit approval fast, you need to choose a course in this field. But from the fact that you get approval quickly because of your choice of course, you also get more job opportunities after schooling. So you can just stay back, you apply for your postgraduate work permit. After a year of working, you can now apply for your permanent residency, which after 3 years you become a citizen. So it's a very clear and smooth path to having a second citizenship. Above all, pray about it. I can't wait to hear your success story, and probably someday we'll meet up here in Canada. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section, or you can send me a direct message on Instagram. If you have intentions of coming to Canada with a visitor's visa and want to learn how to convert it to work permit, check out this video. See you there. Bye.